Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle the confusing world of corporate filings. Today, STEELCASE Inc. dropped an 8K, and let's just say it has got some interesting departures and arrivals in the executive suite, all tied up with a major company merger. So, STEELCASE Inc. is basically telling us what is happening regarding a big deal they're involved in. It is a formal report, an 8K, which companies file when something significant happens that investors should know about right away. And this one is packed with changes impacting their top leadership. This filing is all about a pending transaction, which is a fancy way of saying a merger or acquisition. STEELCASE is being acquired by H&I Corporation. Think of it as a big company buying another big company. This sort of thing always shakes things up, and this report details some of those immediate effects. So, what is the big news in terms of people? Well, it looks like two very important people are leaving. Sarah E. Armbruster, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer. Her job and employment will end right after this deal with H&I Corporation closes. Also departing is Donna K. Flynn, the Vice President and Chief People Officer. They're both set to get some special payments called change in control severance payments. That means they're getting a financial cushion when they leave because of this deal. But it is not all goodbyes. Robert G. Christakos, the Vice President and Chief Operations Officer, he is actually going to stick around for a bit longer. He will continue leading operations for STEELCASE for a period after the deal closes, kind of like a transition period. After that, his employment will also end, and he will receive similar severance benefits. This just shows that managing all the operations during and right after a merger is a huge task, and they need key people to oversee it for a while. Now, on the flip side of departures, we have people who are staying and actually expanding their roles. Alan W. Smith Jr., who is the Senior Vice President and President of the Americas, will continue to lead the Americas sales and global product functions. This includes things like product development, engineering, and design. It sounds like a really crucial role in keeping the business running smoothly in that region. Then there is David C. Sylvester, the Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. He'll keep leading the finance department, but will also take on overseeing the Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific regions. That is a massive expansion of responsibility, covering a huge chunk of the world's markets. It shows a lot of trust in his financial leadership. Stephen D. Miller, the Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, will continue leading the IT department. His role will have an increased focus on digital capabilities and making things better for customers. In today's world, technology and customer experience are super intertwined, so this is a smart move. Finally, Megan A. Blaziner, the Vice President, Chief Legal Officer, and Secretary, will continue to oversee the company's legal matters and strategy, including compliance and environmental, social, and governance initiatives. These are all critical areas for any large corporation, especially during a merger. It is good to see these areas being reinforced. This part of the filing is basically a legal disclaimer. It is saying that this document is not meant to convince anyone to buy or sell stocks. It is an important reminder that official offers to buy or sell securities can only be made through specific legal documents, like a prospectus. This section is crucial for investors. It tells everyone where to find more detailed information about this merger. H&I Corporation has filed a registration statement, which is like a detailed information packet. With the CSE, this includes a joint proxy statement and prospectus. That is a lot of legal jargon, but it essentially means it is the official document outlining the deal terms. They're saying investors should read these documents because they contain vital information. This just reiterates that all the key details for both companies and the transaction are laid out in this one big filing. It's where you'd go to understand all the ins and outs of how this acquisition will work for shareholders. This is a strong directive. They are really pushing for investors to dive deep into the prospectus. It's a clear signal that there are significant details that shareholders need to understand before the deal is finalized. And lastly, we have the signatures. This is the official sign off confirming that the report is accurate and has been submitted on behalf of STEELCASE Inc. Megan Blaziner, who we just talked about as continuing in her role, has signed off on this report, which makes sense given her legal and secretarial duties. So, looking at this filing, the main story is the leadership transition happening because of the H&I Corporation acquisition. While there are departures, it is common during mergers. The key is that STEELCASE is clearly trying to ensure continuity in critical areas like operations, finance, technology, and legal by retaining and expanding the roles of several key executives. This suggests a strategy to maintain stability and leverage existing expertise as they integrate with H&I. The expansion of David Sylvester's role to cover multiple global regions is a significant indicator of their international strategy post. Merger, however, the departure of the CEO and Chief People Officer does leave questions about the long-term vision and cultural integration under the new ownership. The immediate benefits for the departing executives are laid out, but the real success will be in how well the remaining and new leadership navigate the combined entity. The biggest risk here is always integration failure, where the cultures of the two companies clash or operational synergies are not realized. But for now, STEELCASE appears to be managing the immediate leadership changes in a structured way that aims to keep the business moving forward. Alright, that is our breakdown of STEELCASE's latest 8. Kay, what is your take on these leadership changes and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description to join the conversation. Thanks for watching, see you next time.